swear this sounds like one of my favorite songs. The type of song on the radio, the type everybody sings along. The type of song that reminds you of falling asleep in the back of your grandparents' car, dreaming of going somewhere far. We all wish we could go back now, but you've gotta be strong. We all wish we could go back now, but we gotta move on. The pain we feel lets us know we're real. We've been living all day long. All wish we could go back now, but we can't. So just keep on. So I dive deep into the melodies and memories when I was young, listening to Steely Dan and Tracy Chapman songs. My mama used to take me to work backstage at an Eagle show. It was 1999 and a Prince was singing all night long. I wish we could go back now, but you gotta be strong. We all wish we could go back now, but we gotta move on. The pain we feel lets us know we're real. We've been living all day long. All wish we could go back now, we can't. So just keep on. Keeping on. We could go back now, but we've gotta be strong. We all wish we could go back now, but we've gotta move on. The pain we feel lets us know we're real. We've been living all along. All wish we could go back now, we can't. So just keep on. People always go, "Oh, you're Hawaiian. Why are you playing country music? Or why do you sound country? Or why does why do you sound that way? Or where does it come from?" And traditionally, Hawaiian music really was some of the first country music ever, and some of the world's first guitar heroes to ever tour this country and the world were Hawaiians. Cats don't really realize, but Taj Mahal will second everything I'm saying. And I know he will, because these are some of the hard facts that the first Martin Dreadnought was made for the leader of the Royal Hawaiian Band. It goes back to where Jimmy Rogers, the king of country music, had a few native Hawaiian lap steel players, and he was touring the circuit that he would tour, in which he was yodeling Hawaiian lap steel lines. So the history is vast. It also goes before that, in the latter 1800s, up to 1915, 1920, you had native Hawaiians touring, playing Hawaiian style on your lap, in these open tunings with steel. And that was created by Joseph K. Kuku at Kamehameha schools. And then my great-great-great-great-grandfather went to school with him, And so the lineage goes all the way back to there, to Jimmy Rogers. And then it also goes to Hank Sr. Had Jerry Bird playing lap steel on a lot of his records, and Jerry Bird quit country music and essentially went to Hawaii and started playing Hawaiian steel. And so Jerry taught Alan Akaka how to play steel, or some techniques, and then I studied from Alan. So the history was through there. And then my grandmother's sister was one of the first female lap steel players in the latter 40s and early 50s, and she was brought to America by Arthur Godfrey. So pretty deep history. When I first started learning guitar, I found a broken guitar. My older brother Brad had a broken, I think, a Honor guitar, and it had a crack right here on the side of the heel and the neck, and it had one string, and on that one string I was able to figure out 11 songs. And so my parents were like, yeah, we got to get him a guitar. And it was one of those Yamaha nylons from Costco. And I will admit that I was sad, but then I took that on and it became my world, and I traveled everywhere with that nylon, and I still have it till today. I'm actually going to put a Prismatone pickup in it. That's how much I love that guitar. And so it went from one string with 11 songs and I was 9 years old, and it's been since then, and I'm 32 now, so I've been playing guitar for over 20 years. And I will truly say that guitar is my best friend, and guitar saved my life, and acoustic guitar at that. And people always wonder, why do you play so hard, or why is it always an acoustic? Well, that was the first guitar, and there was no electric. It was acoustic, and that's why it is, acoustic guitar for me. So that song is Go Back, and I wrote that song a couple years ago. It's a autobiography, an autobiographical song, as one would say. But a lot of the music that I sing and what I sing under my artistry is usually always autobiographical. That way, it's honest and it's true, and that's what Americana and country music is that honesty, and that's what blues music was, and that's what Hawaiian music is. So I pay a lot of homage to my family. So you can hear in the lyrics that I swear this sounds like one of my favorite songs, because I swear it does. I just don't know which one. And the type of song on the radio, and then I start talking about falling asleep in the back of my grandparents' car. I was raised by a single mother. I was also raised by my grandparents, and then I was raised by an awesome stepfather. So I got all these different types of upbringings in which I bring that into the music. And this song was for my grandparents and for my mom. So that's why the second verse I'm singing about my mom, and she used to work in concert productions. My godfather was this cat named Tom Moffat, and his partner that he would do concerts with in Hawaii was Shep Gordon. So some of my first concerts I ever went to were like the Rolling Stones, and as you heard, like the Eagles, and then the 1999 line. I remember being 8 years old at that concert and wondering, going, why is everybody saying we should party like it's 1999 when it's 1999? It made no sense, but that's where that song comes from. It comes from saying thank you to my parents, and I wish we could go back to that time where you thought it was so hard, but really it was the best. Well, that song is, Go Back really is just D major, A major, an F sharp minor, and then E major. So I will admit that there is a minor 2, or a 2, which is a B minor in the bridge, but we'll just go over the core 4, which is D major, A major, F sharp minor, and E major. And then in the intro, I'm doing this kind of bigger open kind of D suspended, which makes it sound large, and with the open E underneath the D chord, you get this kind of bigger sound. And so I'm not hitting the low E, because it would break that D chord sound. So I leave the A string kind of ringing over the D chord, and that's what gives it the thickness. And then it ties straight to another kind of A suspended major, like an A suspended, and then I kind of land it into the major. And then I'll do this kind of F minor suspended too, where you have the E ringing over it, and then it lands into that. But it's really just 4 chords, and it sounds like a lot, because then I'm doing D major here, A major, F sharp minor, E major. I'm also doing D major like this with the triad, and then it's ringing underneath, and then it's very much like that Jimi Hendrix technique with the overhang of a thumb. Same thing with that F minor. And then in the second part of the chorus, I do then a big D major suspended. Shout out to Edwin McCain. I learned all those growing up from him and all his songs. And then an F minor suspended again. And then the E major. So it's awesome, because what's going on is I'm using D, 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 and it's all the same. A, F minor, And it's like, and they're all just different variations. So they're all the same color. You could play the song with just the same 4. And it would work if you just have a dynamic difference in your strumming hand too. So, but that's how I use those 4 chords and then different colors. And then because I'm using different colors of each chord from the verse and the chorus, when you get to the bridge and I use one different chord, it starts on B minor. It hits really hard because the whole time I was utilizing these different voicings of the same 4. I feel you in the wind, I see you in the trees. And when I was a baby, you used to rock me on your knee. When I sit on y'all's porch, when the sun rises, I swear I can feel you beyond the horizon. But when I wake up, my heart breaks. With all the things that I could have said, and I know I could make it all right with just one. Wish I could sit in the kitchen with you one more time. Coffee shops just to stand in line with you. I'd relive all the bad times. Remember when I was 5, I scraped my knee. You picked me up, poured your loving on me. I wish we had more time, one more night. Well, Christmas used to be my favorite time of year, but now that you're gone, it only brings me tears. I'm looking at these pictures of you on my wall, and I have all of the bracelets from the hospital. And when I wake up, my heart breaks. With all the years that I could have stayed, and I know I could make it all right with just one. Wish I could sit in the kitchen with you one more time. Coffee shops just to stand in line with you. I'd relive all the bad times just for one more. Remember when I was 5, I scraped my knee. You picked me up, poured your loving on me. I wish we had more time, one more night. Well, the sounds of her pain replay and replay in my head. 'Cause in my head, that hospital bed is where my heart was left. Wish I could sit in the kitchen with you one more time. DMV just to stand in line with you. I'd relive all the bad times. Remember when I was 5, I scraped my knee. You picked me up, poured your loving on me. I wish we had more time. If I could, I'd go back in town just to be by her bedside. And oh, I wish we had more time, one more night. I feel you in the wind, I see you in the trees. And when I was a baby, you used to rock me on your knee. So the song is called One More Night, and the reason why I write songs about this is because I lost my grandma, and my Grammy, who was really had a huge hand in raising me at the end of 2022 in October. And so the song is called One More Night because my grandma fought cancer valiantly, and at the end she got, in the hospital. She was checked in. They still had COVID protocols, and she stopped eating, but she would eat with me. And so then the hospital let me sleep overnights for 12 days. And so every day I ordered her food and I took care of her. And so then the theme is One More Night, because it wasn't a good night, It was one of the hardest nights of my whole life. And I still wish I had one more of those, because it doesn't need to be good or bad. I just wish I had one more. And so I write these things because every show that I sing that song, and it doesn't matter if it's a crazy honky tonk and people are dancing, like, I sing it because I know somebody hurts in the room. And I sing it so that people know they're not alone. And I sing it because it's almost like the songs are like Grief Anonymous, and it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, who you voted for, what you eat, and why your eyes are that color, and who your grandfather was. Everybody misses somebody, and somebody passes on, and we all feel that hurt. So that's why I love singing songs about it.
Woke up in the morning, feel like going my home. Woke up this morning and all I had was gone. Woke up in the morning, feel like going my home. If I don't find my baby, somebody wrong. Brooks running to the ocean running into the sea. If I don't find my baby, somebody gonna bury me. Brooks running to the ocean, into the sea. If I don't find my baby, somebody gonna bury me. Got a letter this morning. This is the way my letter read. I got a letter this morning. This is the way my letter read. You better stop drinking, Kapali, cause you gon' end up dead.